Hey everyone, welcome back to Music Theory for Beginners. My name is William and today we will be discussing triad qualities. In our last video, we went over what a triad is, which is basically 3 notes stacked on top of one another. However, there are 4 different ways of doing this. There are major triads, minor triads, augmented triads, and diminished triads. Here's a picture of what all the triads look like. Here's the major one, here's the minor one, here's the augmented, and here's the diminished one. Don't worry about these numbers for now, we'll look into them in more detail as we focus on each triad. So let's first look at a major triad. So a major triad consists of a root note, a major third, and a perfect fifth. Let's make a C major triad together. So if it's a C major triad, we know that the root note is a C. The next interval is a major third. We know that's an E because it's a third. Now we gotta count up 4 half steps to see whether it's flat or sharp or natural. So C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. It's just E natural. Next, we have to figure out our perfect fifth interval. Since it's a fifth, it is a G. Now we have to count up 7 half steps to make sure to determine whether it's flat, natural, or sharp. So C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G. As you can see, our constructed C major triad is the same as the one in the picture. These are the half note steps in between each note. If you don't like counting half steps, what you can do is you can take the first note, the third note, and the fifth note of a C major scale and stack them right on top of each other. This will make a C major triad. Now let's take a look at a minor triad. A minor triad consists of a root note, a minor third, and a perfect fifth. Let's construct the C minor triad together. Since it's a C minor triad, we start with C on the bottom. Next, we are dealing with the minor third, which means it must be E. However, a minor third is 3 half steps, so let's count. C, C sharp, D, D sharp. D sharp is basically E flat, so it must be E flat because it is a third. And now we have a perfect fifth. Perfect fifth from last time was a G, so it is a G again. As we see, our constructed C minor triad is the same as the one in the picture. As you can see, the values of these half steps are a little bit different from last time. If you do not like counting up half steps, you can always take the C minor scale and take the first note, the third note, and the fifth note and stack them right on top of each other. This will give you a C minor triad. Now let's take a look at a more complicated triad, the augmented triad. The augmented triad consists of a root note, a major third, and an augmented fifth. Let's make a C augmented triad together. First, let's start off with the root note, which is a C. Next, we have to figure out the major third. From a major triad, as you may recall, it is an E. That's 4 half steps. C, D, D sharp, E. No, it is 4 half steps. C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. Next, we have the augmented fifth, which is 8 half steps. Since it is a fifth, we know that it is a G. Now we have to count up the half steps. C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp. So this is a C augmented triad. As you see, the half step values are a bit different from the major and minor. If you don't like counting half steps, which I don't personally, what you can do is you can just take the C major triad, raise the fifth. If you remember, C major triad is basically C, E, G. If you notice, the only difference is that the augmented triad has its fifth raised by a half step. So all you gotta do to convert to get an augmented triad is to take the major triad and raise the fifth by a half step. Now let's take a look at a diminished triad. A diminished triad consists of a root note, a minor third, and a diminished fifth. So let's make a C diminished triad together. Root note is C, and then a minor third. A minor third is 3 half steps. C, C sharp, D, D sharp. However, it is a third, so it must be E, which means it is a E flat because E flat and D sharp are the same thing. Now we have to go on to the diminished fifth. We know that a fifth is a G, C, D, E, F, G. It has 5 notes. Now a diminished fifth is only 6 half steps. So let's count. C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp. F sharp is the same as G flat, and we know that it's a G, so it must be G flat. So this is a C diminished triad. If you don't like counting notes, what you can do is just take a C minor triad and lower the fifth. As you may recall, a C minor triad is C, E flat, and then G. So all you gotta do is just lower the fifth by a half step, and then you get a C diminished triad. This has been it for the 4 different qualities of triads. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions at all, or would like for us to cover any other topics, please leave them in the comments. But anyways, thank you guys for watching.